Alright, welcome back to the CCH for day 3. Our third day in 3 days. We're off to a hot start here. And up first we got the Stripes and the Phoenix. Stripes obviously kind of struggled out the gate. They did handily beat Carvina yesterday, but they did lose to Milwaukee 2-1 to start the year. So hoping to get back on track here. And they're facing a team that they'll definitely be able to do that against, the Jacksonville Phoenix, who have lost their first 2 games. Both were fairly close. They only have a -3 goal differential, which is, all things considered, not too bad. But I think most people are going to assume that deficit might increase a little bit tonight. So let's get into it. Stripes have a lot of changes in the lineup going into tonight. They've got Alexei Lolimaki in at center, and Raymond Norman at right wing after the Patrick Korak trade. Here we go. Savage taking it off the face-off. First shot is handled by Hatton. That shot is sent wide. Bennis, some pressure, but a save made. Bennis sent with the shot, and that's turned away. We'll get a whistle. Face-off coming up here, and battle for it. Bennis with a chance, but Lagace made the saves. Now Savage the other way. Cc Savage already has 3 goals this year. Pass to Birdie, he scores! Terrence Birdie. And Jacksonville starts us off. Terrence Birdie from Cc Savage. And Jacksonville are on the board first. It's a 1-0 lead for them. Kind of questioning the defense there. Why is Ivan Bennis the last one back? Both defensemen kind of got burned on that play. As Jacksonville wins the faceoff again. Here they go. Savage in, a shot is handled by Hatton. Here goes Avery Semp now, the other way. Semp is in. Around 1, Bennis can't get it past Lagace. A couple of fine saves there. And that one is out of the zone. Semp will have to dump it in, and Orlando will get a change. Rust runs into Blades, but keeps going. Rust from deep saved. Now Blades with the puck. As both teams have taken plenty of shots so far, over a minute. Blades scores! What a play by Jack Blades. Jack Blades end to end. Goes through like 3 defenders. Least through 4 players. What a goal for Jack Blades, man. And that'll give them that'll tie the game up at 1. And now Nyman with the puck entering the zone. Nyman shot is turned away just barely by Lagace. Now it's Patrick Bates with the puck. Trying to go wide here. Gets around 1, shot was saved, and he takes a hit. And here comes Bones Howard now the other way. Shot, save, rebound goes off the side of the cage. Howard, again, a couple more shots, but Lagace able to handle it. They are getting all kinds of shots this first period, and now it's Patrick Bates with the puck. Bates taken down by Goran Magnuson. A hard hit from the veteran. And now it's Daryl Iowa. He will just get it deep. So halfway through the period, 10-5, the shots tied up at 1. And, stolen. Snowfling, and the shot was blocked. Norman with a hard hit. And now he'll take it the other way. 2-on-1. Raymond Norman. Lolimaki. It doesn't go. Lagace. A couple of great saves. Lolimaki again. And a penalty coming up here. Dale Nichols is going to get called for tripping. Stripes will have a power play chance here. They have 14 shots on net in the first period. Just the 1 goal so far. Lagace has been playing quite well. They saw Bondarenko sent it over the net. Knight missed the net as well. Nyman behind the net. Trying to find someone, but won't. Pass went off the side of the net, and Jacksonville will clear. Just a minute left in the first period. 1-1 the score. Here comes Ivan Bennis down the wing. Shot. Lagace just got enough of it, and the clearing attempt was tipped, but it does get out. Now Pasanite up to Bennis. 5 seconds to go on the penalty. Bennis in a shot. Saved by Lagace. Penalty is over. Nichols out of the box. He's going to get the puck first here. Nichols. Big hit by Pasanite. Into the boards hard. No penalty. Here comes Pasanite with a long shot. It's saved. Rebound is not really sure what that was. Lagace another couple of saves. He has been doing quite well so far. And another penalty coming up here. Bergstrom gets called for slashing. And the Stripes will have another power play chance here. 0 for 1 on their first one. Didn't really get a ton going. Legace was able to handle all the shots. Here's Fedorov. Missed the net. Behind the net is Emil. Another shot is turned away. Semp, another chance. And another penalty coming up here. Avery Semp, I think, tripped him up. Briggs the other way on the delayed call. Here he goes. Save. Semp going to the box. And we'll have 4 on 4. And it does work this time, thank goodness. Face off. Rust from long range missed the net. Bondarenko passing it up, and Rust defends well. Nichols from long range. That'll take us to the end of the first. Whoa! Shot at the buzzer. Goes in after the buzzer sounded, so it's no goal, but a little bit of anxiety there, perhaps, for Stripes fans, as 1-1 the score after one. 21-7 are the shots. The Stripes had 3 expected goals in that period. Well, almost 3. That is the most I've ever seen in one period. And they have just 1 goal out of it, somehow. Patrice Legace, man, he's having a great game so far. Credit to him. Second period, 1-1 the score. 4 on 4 for 8 more seconds. And then Jacksonville will have a quick power play. Here comes Odo Emil. Emil fires, saved by Legace. Now it's Snowflinga, hit by Bondarenko, and he will clear, so that'll take us down to basically the end of the penalty. And Emil takes down Brust. Briggs gets it out, but that'll take us as Semp gets out of the box. Shot on Hatton is saved. Rebound goes behind the net. Briggs back to Mutton Chops. Screen shot saved by Hatton, and we'll get a whistle. Just 22 seconds into this period, there's been plenty of action so far as Pasanite takes the puck. 4 on 2. Here we go. Pasanite shot. Save, rebound. Semp hit the post. And now Birdie the other way. Birdie has the 1 goal, and Bondarenko takes him down. Ivan Benes. Shot, save, rebound, doesn't go. And now it's JJ Savage. Savage hit by Bernikov Fedorov. And now Emil is hit by Savage. And Benes takes over 2 on 2. Benes bouncing around past to Semp. Semp can't get the shot off. And now it's Birdie the other way. He dumps it in. Here's Ivan Benes. And a great poke by Iowa before he could get the shot off. Here goes Iowa into the zone. Hatton with the save. Shots are 24-10, and nobody wants to puck. There we go. Ivan Benes has it. And can't get the shot away. Here comes Jorn Bergstrom. Shot, save, rebound, Hedman missed the net. Mironov up to Nyman. Nyman forced to the outside, and Palmquist strips him of the puck. Here he goes. Palmquist gets through unchecked. The shot was saved by Hatton. Bergstrom to the point. Palmquist missed the net. Mironov gets it there before Strome, and now it's Nyman with the puck. Charging ahead to Pani Nyman. Hit by Palmquist. A good strong hit. And Nyman gets his revenge on Snowflinga. Here comes Howard, who gets taken down by Bergstrom, who's been all over this game. Shot on Hatton, save, rebound. Mironov taking over with that hit. Now it's Lalamaki in his first career CCH game. Lalamaki off the post. Or first game of the season at least. He might have played last year. I'm not 100% sure. Face off here. Won by Nichols, and Buckets with the interception, but Jacksonville eventually gets it back. 40 seconds to go. Savage. Shot, save, rebound. Just Hatton another good save. It's been a goalie duel so far. It was 1-1. Plenty of good shots on both sides, but here's Norman. Pass to the middle of Buckets. Back to Norman. Scramble in front. Buckets is going to score. Roy Buckets from Raymond Norman. It's 2-1. Bit of an awkward play, as I'm not sure the defense entirely knew what they were doing, but the Stripes take full advantage. They make it 2-1. Roy Buckets on the rebound. Here we go. Birdie with it. Taken away by Bondarenko, who moves it up to Buckets. Buckets has a lethal shot, isn't able to use it as Mutton Chops takes him down. And now Birdie, 15 seconds to go. Emil with the hit. Emil skating in, stripped of the puck by Rust. Russ with the puck. Long shot is saved by Hatton. 3 seconds to go. Norman just clears it. That'll get us to the end of the second. 2-1 Stripes after one, or after two. Stripes have 18 hits to just 8 for Jacksonville in this game. There's been a pretty clear better team so far this game, but Jacksonville hanging in there. They're only down 1 goal. They've got a chance here if they can get some luck on their side. What of the third period? 3 minutes to go. Face off, won by Jacksonville, and Avery Semp taking the puck. And scores! Avery Semp, 5 seconds into the third, makes it 3-1. Odo Emil's second assist of the night off the face-off. And that's probably a shot Legase probably should save. I mean, Russ did kind of screen him, but still, that's one he's probably expected to stop. So, unfortunate for Jacksonville, but it is now a 3-1 game, which is a much harder deficit to come back from. 2-1 was manageable. 3-1 might be a little bit tough for this offense. Here goes Bennis. Into the zone. Bennis skating in. Save. Semp walks behind the net. Shot. Bennis saved. And Semp took it behind the net, but it goes away. Here comes Birdie. Birdie. Big hit there. I think that was Bondarenko. Here comes Mutton Chops with a shot. And Hatton with the save and a whistle. 30 seconds into this third period, it's 3-1 Stripes, and face-off is won by Jack Blades. Here comes Ivan Bennis into the zone. Bennis, shot, he scores! Ivan Bennis, and it's 4-1. I mean, that's not even the strongest shot in the world. He does go far side. I think Legase was kind of leaned toward the close side, and Bennis with a rocket shot, and that's a hard save for any goalie, especially Patrice Legase. That makes it 4-1. Here comes Bjorn Bergstrom. Gets past Fink. Bergstrom in by himself, but a save by Hatton. Now it's Jack Blades going in. Blades with the puck. Shot is saved by Legase, and a hit. Now it's Hedman. Hedman, the shot, gloved away by Hatton. The rebound out to Nyman. And Hedman able to keep it in with the hit. Shot blocked. Long shot, save, rebound. Hedman had an open lane, but Hatton will cover. Some chaos in front of the net there, and Hatton just managed to manage it and make the save. Blomqvist's shot is saved. Lolamaki gets it up to Norman. Intercepted. Strome to Nichols off the side of the net. Nichols again has a shot, and he will score. Dale Nichols, and it's 4-2. I mean, Dale Nichols, they've given him so much time. I don't know what Fedorov is doing. He's guarding the back door, and there's no one in front. And now it's 4-2. Raymond Norman with a chance and a save. And Norman with the hit on Palmquist. What a save by Legase on Roy Buckets there. That is a tough save, especially on a shooter like Roy Buckets, but he just got it. Here's Buckets from a long way. Missed the net. Palmquist to Nichols. Already has one tonight. And he runs into the crowd of Stripes and loses it. Lolamaki with the puck. Hit by Hare, and now it's Snowflinga. Just over a minute to go in this game. Shot saved by Hatton. And Strome is taken down by Magnuson. Strome, one of the smallest players in the league. Here's Savage, a shot, and it missed the net. Savage going behind the net. His team goes to change. Shot, save made. Lolamaki trying to skate it out. He will, and he will get it deep. Stripes will be able to change. He'll get the first line back on. Here's Mutton Chops to Birdie. Birdie and Briggs. And Semp with a strong back check. Gets it to Emil. Emil, saved by Legase. Bondarenko, another save. Emil, and it goes off the pad of Legase again. Savage. Puck bouncing to Birdie, and a hard hit there. And now it's Bennis with 30 seconds to go. Shot, save, rebound, Bennis. Another stop by Legase as it's Semp now with the puck. Try to get it to Knight from the points. Another save. Briggs. Hit by Bennis. Puck goes free, and now Another hit. Briggs. Shocked there hasn't been any fights this game. There's been a very physical game. 5 seconds now. It's Emil. Long range, or more of a slot shot, actually. Save made. That'll take us to the end. The Stripes hold on, a 4-2 win at the Bounce House. I will say a good game for Patrice Legace, who made a lot of saves. More than expected, I'd say. So, credit to him. But still, the Stripes attack just a little too strong for them to handle. And it means that the Stripes defeat the Phoenix 4-2. Player of the game, Otto Emil, who had 2 assists and 5 hits in that one. So a pretty good game to start the night. Next up, you've got Seattle, Colorado. All right, next up we got Seattle taking on Colorado in Seattle for their home opener. And Colorado made a bit of a splash. They traded for Stefan Giroux to bolster their blue line. And also got Timothy Jimothy to be their third center. So a somewhat improved team from yesterday's game where they lost to, I believe it was, yeah, they lost to San Diego 6-1. And clearly their GM felt that some changes were needed to be made, so they did. And now they're a little bit better. Probably still not enough to beat a team like Seattle, but they can try. It might be a decent game. Seattle going to wear the green jerseys for their home opener. Here we go. Here at Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, Washington, under the shadow of the Space Needle. And here we go. Face off. Won by Rusty Fox, and Johnson immediately making an impact. A hit, a shot. Gunnarsson with the save. And the rebound out to Christoph Dion. Dion charging in, save made by Birch. Dion has some history of this Seattle team, did win the cup against them last year as a member of the Salem Witches. Speedwagon, saved by Gunnarsson. Now Deputy with the puck. Trying to cut the inside. A couple of passes, nothing goes. Rusty Fox in, a save by Birch. Very solid save there, and now it's Speedwagon with a shot, and Gunnarsson just got enough. Now Stefan Giroux takes the puck up, shot, save made. Birch tries to throw a hit on Ellison, doesn't quite work, and now Speedwagon will be forced to dump it in. Peters with the puck. He's gonna just get it deep, as there were many of Seattle players in the area. Here comes Roy King. Dubé, and Gunnarsson made the save on Roy King, a solid stop. And now Phillips hit by Ellison, and now Hartman the other way. Tuna Hartman with a chance, and a shot and saved by Gunnarsson. Fritz Jaeger now. Good stick by Stephen Benton, Shark Benton, to take that one away. Tarasov with the hit, and now he'll take it up. Shot saved by Gunnarsson, rebound. King is there, and he scores. Roy King on the rebound from a fairly long way away, actually, but it finds the back of the net, and Seattle go up 1-0 early. And I think this play is all Ruslan Tarasov. I mean, he gets the puck into the zone, fires a solid shot on net, and that's a beauty of a shot by King, roofing it over the outstretched arm of Henrik Gunnarsson. And 1 minute, 20 seconds in, Seattle with a 1-goal lead early. Mercury, over the net it goes. Makarov. And Jimothy takes it away, his first game in a Colorado sweater, as Tarasov gets the dump. Here goes Mercury. 3-on-2, Mercury shot, and it's swallowed up by Gunnarsson for a whistle. Face-off coming up. Makarov and Jimothy will win it back. Tarasov deep, saved by Gunnarsson. And a penalty coming up here on Seattle. Jimothy has it, and Silas Kennedy will get called for tripping. A bit of a weird sequence there, but the ref felt that Kennedy tripped up the Colorado player, and it'll be a extreme power play. As Fox on the ice wins the faceoff, Fisher with the shot, it's saved and cleared. Restart now, Fisher to Dion. 3-on-3, Dion, save, rebound, no one was there, and it's cleared. Halfway through the power play, Dion's gonna get the puck first here, but it's poked away. LaCroix, back to Mohawk, and off the post, but Gunnarsson will cover. And a face-off. Won by Colorado. Here's Rusty Fox. 5 seconds to go on the penalty. Fox to Dion. Shot, and he scores! Christoph Dion from Rusty Fox and Fisher. The game is tied at 1. I mean, some great vision there from Rusty Fox. Great face-off win in his own zone. The captain finding the leading goal scorer for the Colorado Extreme, and that is a great shot on Will Birch, who didn't quite have the angle. And with 45 flat to go in the first, it's a tie game, it's 1-1. Here goes Ellison from a long way, it's saved by Gunnarsson. Giroux up to Dion. Pass to Deputy, and Kennedy with the hit. Came out of the box, just took a penalty. And Colorado scored on that power play, but now he's back. Deputy will dump it in, a restart. As Boisvert takes it up. And Phillips chasing him down, knocks him to the ice. Here's Shark Benton from a long way, it was saved by Birch. Long shot, Boisvert scores! A very similar shot from Shark Benton there, as Boisvert surprisingly the one to carry it up. And he crosses the blue line and just fires, and it goes in. Gunnarsson, that's probably a save he's got to make. But he didn't, and Seattle go up 2-1. Face off. Here's Andrew East with the puck to Phillips, and Birch with the save. Phillips, another stop. Down to 5 seconds, Tarasov with it. Long shot is blocked by Dubé. Mercury from another long shot, saved. That'll take us to the end of the first. One goal for Colorado, 2 for the Seattle Sonar in their home opener. In what has been a very, very even game so far. 0.75-ish goals, about expected goals for each team. Shots a little less even, but still pretty tight. As we go to period 2 in what has been a very solid game. Face off. Won by Seattle, and Deputy steals the pass, and he's in. Save made. Graff blows up Deputy behind the net. That was a hard hit. Johnson in. Missed the net. Behind now he goes. Walking the line. Wraparound chance. Saved by Gunnarsson. And we'll get a whistle. Offensive zone drop for Seattle. And won by Rusty Fox. The pass off target. And now Deputy steals the pass. And puck moves to Dion. Dion, and a good stick by Speedwagon, and now Johnson off of the race. He gets past both defenders. Johnson in, save, rebound. Johnson scores. And it's 3-1 Sonar. Christian Johnson, one of the best players in the league. Definitely one of the best on this team. And the captain makes his presence known. Here he goes again. Oh, shot off the post! Speedwagon is there to get the loose puck. He scores. 4-1 now Seattle leads. It's been an ugly second period for the Colorado Extreme as Johnson picks up another point. Speedwagon, the puck was loose, and Speedwagon is there. You can't do that when he's on the ice. Face off, Fox. And a penalty. LaCroix trips up Fox. And Colorado have a chance on the power play. Maybe they can get one of those goals back. Face off. East losing the face off to Makarov, and it's cleared. Fisher up to Christoph Dion, who has Deputy with him, and East. Dion's shot is saved, and Boisvert gets the clear. So another very strong penalty kill for this Seattle team. Here comes Christoph Dion. Already scored once tonight. Shot off the blocker of Birch. Ellison will skate it up himself. He doesn't bother with the clear. He's just going to go in, and Gunnarsson just got enough of that puck. Now it's Dion. LaCroix out of the box, intercepted. Pass goes to Fisher, who intercepted. And now it's dumped in. Boisvert. Peters tried to pressure, but the pass ends up getting to Makarov. Makarov into the zone, forced wide. Pass to LaCroix, and it's saved. And a whistle. Face-off coming up. Hartman to Graf, and Gunnarsson made the save. Face-off just under halfway through the second period. It is 4-1 Seattle. Face-off won by Fox, and now a 3-on-2. Rusty Fox. And great defense from Herbert Graf to knock the puck away. Now it's Hartman. Tuna Hartman can't get past Dubé. He gets sent to the ice. Here's Phillips. Phillips. Oh, to Peters, and a hard hit there. I think that was Graf again putting an end to it. Mohawk is in, and he scores. 5-1 now as Kevin Mohawk snipes it past Henrik Gunnarsson. Assist again to Christian Johnson, who has been having an impressive game. His third point of the night. It is 5-1 Sonar. .120 left in this second period. 5-1 the score. Three of those goals coming in this second period. Face shot stopped by Birch, and now Johnson. Look out. He's got Speedwagon with him too. Johnson rifles to the middle, but Eli Koivu with strong defensive awareness gets the puck, and Speedwagon with the takeaway. Now Makarov trying to get around Clay or Gray, will be knocked away. Now it's East. And Makarov tracks him down. Now it's Speedwagon. Into the zone, save, rebound. Speedwagon will score. It is 6-1. Stefan Giroux wondering, why the heck did I join this team? I mean, Lawrence just a bit too aggressive there, and Speedwagon takes full advantage, as Gunnarsson made the first save, but the rebound was wide open, and he's not going to miss that one very often. It is 6-1. Middleton in, shot blocked. Michael Middleton, a new addition to the lineup, is Roy King entering the zone. King in, save, rebound, and Andrew East puts an end to that. Now it's Middleton. Boisvert defends well. Deputy in the corner. Shot from a bad angle, saved. Ellison now. Long range shot off the pad of Gunnarsson, and now Jaeger back to Boisvert, missed the net and covered by Gunnarsson. Been a rough game for him. Just 18 saves for him on 24 shots. There he goes. Kennedy missed the net. He had a wide open shot, and Gunnarsson able to make a couple more saves here. Here comes Dion, and hit by LaCroix. LaCroix now in the zone as he is defended. The shot was saved. Mercury. And some good defense from Colorado. 2 seconds to go. Deputy just gets it in deep. And that took us to the end of the second. 6-1 is the score after 2 in this one. What has been an ugly game for Henrik Gunnarsson, who has really struggled in every facet of the definition of goaltending. Anyways, third period. I think it's a foregone conclusion that Seattle will hold on, but by how much? Here goes Deputy. Deputy all alone. A save by Birch. Probably the best chance we're going to get all game, and Birch was up to the challenge. There we go. A save by Gunnarsson. Rebound. Missed the net. Johnson tried to find Graf. Doesn't go. Now Deputy. Deputy has an open man in the middle. Pass to Fisher. Shot was tipped wide by Dion. Now it's Graf. Shot from long range, and it's going to go in. Oh my goodness. This is a disaster game for Henrik Gunnarsson. Someone get the backup goalie in. Even worse than the San Diego game somehow. I mean, I think Gunnarson's pretty much given up at this point. I think they need to put him out of his misery. They need to get the backup goalie, and even if he is kind of bad. Here comes Benton. Long-range shot. Birch is there. Dion. The Dubé. Save. Rebound. Peters off the post, and Fox can't finish. Yep, Assassin just joined the booth. He's going to like this result. It is 7-1 Sonar. And the game is, it's not like we're not even halfway through the third. There's still more. Here's Gerd Peters, and defended well. Hartman intercepted by Dubé. Peters can't get the shot off. Ellison now, the puck. Long-range shot. Gunnarsson does make the save this time. I think Colorado fans were holding their breath a bit, though. Peters dumps it in for Phillips. Phillips behind the net. Hit by Boisvert. And he'll skate it out. Boisvert, a lot of the defensemen have goals today. Herbert Graf, Felix Boisvert, and Kevin Mohawk have all scored. Here goes Andrew East with Koivu. And defended well again. Middleton now entering the zone. Long shot save. Koivu in his own, in the corner. Pass to the middle, and Birch will cover after a hard hit. I think that was Felix Boisvert taking out that poor sap in front of the net. Face off. Makarov beats East to it. 1:30 left in the game as Kennedy takes the puck and defended. Kennedy missed the net. Lawrence to Koivu. Into the zone they go. And a couple of hits there. East can't find the net after the rebound. East shot. Never mind. No shot at all. It just missed the net. Makarov. Save made by Gunnarsson. Here goes Middleton. Michael Middleton trying to do something here. Glove save by Birch. And a whistle. Face-off coming up. Giroux, save, rebound, Deputy, can't do anything. Trying to get it back to Giroux, but Kennedy intercepts. Here he goes. Silas Kennedy. Giroux with the hit, making some impact. Here's Deputy. Deputy's trying to skate in. Makarov with the hit, and the fans loving that. Makarov dumps it in. Giroux handles it to Deputy, who will just dump it in himself as Colorado appear to have given up on this game. I would have given up like 2 goals ago, to be honest. Here goes a shot. It's saved. Here's Peters with Jimothy. Peters. Pass to Jimothy. Missed the net. Jimothy's first CCH action in a little while. He was on the Stripes as their 4th center in Season 5. The last he played was Season 4 for Michigan. Or sorry, Season 5 for Michigan. But now he's back at a starting lineup as Jaeger is in, and Gunnarsson a couple of saves. Another shot off the post and covered by Gunnarsson. Face off. Dubé gets up to Phillips. 15 seconds left in this game. Phillips going in. Saved by Birch. Rebound out to Jaeger. Shaw missed the net. Now Benton up to Phillips. 3 seconds to go. Peters. Long range shot, and that will do it. Seattle win their home opener 7-1. In a game that was really over from the beginning. It did take a second to get going, but Seattle really poured on in the final periods. And it was a pretty dominant game for them in pretty much all facets. Player of the game, Christian Johnson with 4 points. A goal and 3 assists for him. The Seattle Sonar have just 2 goals allowed through their first 3 games. Will Birch has been on a tear so far this year. It's been quite amazing. The backup goalie last year to Booth Williams has been on fire to start the year. Anyways, we'll go to game 3 out of 5 in this slate. It's the Jokers and the Cruisers. The 2 teams that are... Well, maybe I shouldn't say that about the Cruisers. They've actually been really strong so far this year, but that's another story. All right. Carvina, Michigan. Michigan, the surprise story of the year so far. They are 2-0. They beat Jacksonville to start the year. Then they just managed to beat to shock the Salem Witches on the road in overtime, 2-1. And now they go back to they play another division game against the Jokers now. And they've got Oleg Baranov playing as their backup. Carvina gonna keep Pavel Hasek in the net. Anyways, let's get into it. I think the media actually expecting some things out of Michigan now after the strong start. I think if they can win this game, the playoff race will be looking really interesting if they can keep it up. Because Michigan, a team that almost nobody expected to be good this year, and so if they can get some stuff going, it'll be good. However, Jokers are a little bit improved. They do actually. Never mind. Patrick Horak is not in the lineup tonight. Interestingly, I'm not quite sure why, but Resib is holding him out of the lineup for now, despite him being a big improvement over half of their offense. So, something to think about. Perhaps they just wanted to learn the system. All right, we are in Carvina at the Joker Royal Palace for Game 3 for both teams. It's the Cruisers and Jokers. Jokers have not won a game this year. Michigan have not lost all year. We'll see if that continues or if that will change. First shot from Puck Austin is saved. Now it's Moravec. The two Moravec's, in fact. Shot Baranov makes his first save of the year. Baranov was a rookie last year, struggled immensely, but looked a little more comfortable there with that save. Here's Moravec down the wing. Into the zone, saved by Baranov, and Thompson gets it up the glass, who moves to Puck Austin. Austin, shot, Hasek save. Thompson, and a hard hit from Moravec. And dumped in. Thompson taking over. Will just skate it up himself, he'll dump it in, and we'll get a reset. Sealy Mata, Graf with the interception, Nelson on a long shot, saved. And now Evan Hayes going in, hit by Sports, the puck going free, up to Dushik. Vidislav Dushik shot, and it's blocked by Nutt. And Koppinen takes him down along the boards. Sports a long shot, Baranov with the save and the whistle. So a face-off coming up here. Won by Michigan, and a shot from Carvina, saved, made. Now it's Robert Graf. And defended well, Dushik beats everyone, breakaway, he's in and he scores! Vidislav Dushik gets the Jokers on the board, it's 1-0 early. So, 1 minute and 11 seconds in, and a penalty coming up here on Whitaker, who Jig Grass in his first career game is down. His first career shift. Fastest Whitaker, man. That's kind of evil from him. But he will sit for 30 seconds as an already injury depleted Carvina team loses another center. Jig Grass was the replacement for Quincy Grimes in the lineup, who was injured last game, and now he is out for the remainder of this game. So Carvina will be running two centers. Not what you want, as Valancourt gets to Moravec. Skating ahead. Pass to Winthrop. Valancourt from deep, save, rebound, doesn't go. Moravec. And okay, covered. That was a little weird. Face-off coming up here as there's 3 seconds left in the Whitaker penalty. And Olsen with the interception. Penalty over. Dushik intercepted by Hayes. Here he goes. Evan Hayes into the zone. And Whitaker now. You gotta know they're probably mad at him. Dushik with the hard hit. And Koppinen on the breakaway. Koppinen in. Save, rebound. Aronov standing tall. A couple of saves there. As Nystrom will score. Okay, Nystrom. A net mouth scramble started by John Koppinen. Baranov made a lot of saves there, but eventually it was Ake Nystrom putting him on the board. And the Jokers go up 2-0. Face off. Here goes Moravec. Hit. Puck Austin with the puck. Kind of fitting. Here's Heikkinen. Going in. Save. Rebound. Glass. Couldn't find the net. Valancourt trying to move it up to Moravec, and he will do just that. Here he goes. Lubomir Moravec. Shot. Save. Rebound. Rogers with a goal-saving hit on Winthrop. Net was wide open. Here goes Austin in a glove save by Hasek. Here goes Moravec. Beats everyone and scores. Lubomir Moravec. And it's 3-0 Jokers. As Michigan are just getting plastered this game. 12-5 are the shots, and they're up 3-0. They are gashing Oleg Baranov. Clearly a little bit upset that their teammate in his first career game had to go down the tunnel, and a penalty coming up here on Valancourt. He let the emotions get the best of him as he hits Bus the nut when he didn't have the puck. And Michigan will have themselves a power play, maybe a chance to get in the game here with a goal. Face off, and won by Dushik and cleared, so not yet. Here's Evan Hayes down the wing. Back to Thompson, save made, and Mata will skate it out himself. He's going to keep it going. Mata, 10 seconds to go in the period. Save by Baranov. Hayes now has it. What a putt by. I'm watching the Masters 2, by the way. It's the final round. Some guy just made like a 40-foot putt. It was pretty crazy. All right, end of the period. 3-0 the score after one. In what has been a pretty ugly game. I mean, it kind of started with an injury to Jig Grass, and it's been all Jokers ever since. An ugly start for a Cruisers team that has been used to winning so far. Anyways, second period, here we go. 2 seconds left in the box for Valancourt as face-off one. Dushik hit by Rogers. Here he goes. Alec Rogers. Long shot, save, rebound, Valancourt handles, and Heikkinen with the hit. Heikkinen charging ahead and defended. Sports, defended well by Thompson. And, oh my, Sealy Mata now taking a bad penalty as he sends Thompson into the boards head first. Surprised that wasn't a major, but they will get a power play out of it regardless as things are heating up between these two teams. We may see a fight before this is all over at this rate. Nystrom back to Winthrop. There's been some nastiness. Heikkinen taking Winthrop down. Here goes Heikkinen into the zone. Dump it in. Ventura resets and clears. Rogers with the puck. Past the glass. Pass to Austin. Hit by Winthrop. And now he will take over the puck. And Rogers the interception. 2 minutes to go in the second. Mata passing to Dushik. And Dushik's all alone. Dushik on a breakaway. He's in and saved by Baranov. And now Glass on a breakaway as he gets past the D. Glass is in, a save. Another big save for Pavel Hasek, who's been quite good this game, as Winthrop and Nutt will battle for it in the corner. Moravec's shot is saved. And now it's Nutt with the puck. Winthrop off the post and out. Covered by Baranov and a whistle. Face-off gun up here. Won by Michigan. Here comes Alex Rogers. Long shot goes in. Alex Rogers from a country mile away makes it 3-1. I'm not sure how that went in. I'm not sure if Hasek ever saw that or what. It may have been deflected on the way. That's the only explanation I can get. Rogers not the best shooter in the world, especially from that range. Yeah, maybe Lemoine definitely screened. He shot it right between his legs. So that doesn't help matters. Anyways, Rogers gets his team on the board. 3-1 the score. More Vec handling matters. Here he goes. Shot, save, rebound. Doesn't go. Dushik, saved by Baranov. Face-off coming up here. Heikkinen and Winthrop won. Sports with the shot and saved by Baranov. Here goes Hayes. Evan Hayes hit by Valancourt. A hard hit. Austin chance missed the net. Austin again. Another save from Hasek. bodies all over the ice in front of the net as Kapanen skates it up and scores. John Kapanen, and it's 4-1 Jokers. This whole sequence sort of a scramble at the other end, then an odd man rush at the other. And Kapanen sniping it past Baranov to get his team back to a 3-goal lead. 1:02 left in the period. Silimata with the puck, try to get it, and Green with the interception. Here goes Dushik. And Nystrom's gonna score somehow. 5-1 now, my goodness. This slate has been all blowouts so far. It's gonna get out of hand real quick at this point. Nystrom just stuffs it under his pad, basically. Face off. Green. Oh, stolen by Nystrom. And a penalty is Dominic Green with the slashing call. And Nystrom. And another power play here for the Jokers. As the Cruisers have not been able to stay out of the box. Here's LeBlanc from deep. Dushik on the rebound. Scores 6-1. Ace of spades for the 6th time tonight. Like 3 seconds into the power play. Here's Heikkinen. Charging ahead, shot saved by Hasek. And now it's JPV with the puck. Long range shot, Baranov does make the save this time. How much longer though? Whoa, close range shot and covered by Baranov. Fortunately for him, I think 7-1 would be a complete disaster. Face off. Lemoine from long range hit the post, and Baranov just able to keep it out and covered. This defense has been no help to him. They have surrendered 24 shots, most of them very good ones at that. Goes Hannanen. Hannanen shot. Saved by Hasek, rebound. Doesn't go. Nystrom now. Nystrom. Open shot, a save. Moravec hit by Whitaker. And Dushik takes down Hannanen. Whitaker with the puck. Going in, hit. And now Sports with it. Shot is saved. Not with it. Sends it up to Austin, and that'll take us to the end of the period. 6-1 after 2 in what has been a crazy game. I mean, look at all those hits. Dushik has 4 points on the night. And before today, he didn't have a single one. Now he has 4. 2 goals, 2 assists for him as we go to the third. Heikkinen to Austin. Shot, and Hasek with the save. Valancourt intercepted. Thomas, long range save, and Lemoine almost pokes it into his own net as it kind of bounced around. That would have been a disaster, but it stayed out. Baranov save. Randall Glass. And separated from the puck by Lemoine, and here comes Moravec. With a chance here, Lubos Moravec save. And Rogers blocks the shot, and here goes Austin, who just gets it deep, and Michigan will change. Valancourt. Just nut back, interestingly. Long shot, missed the net. Not particularly close. Nut up to Graf, and he's going to have some... Oh, Valancourt with the punishing hit there. Whitaker, save. Rebound, Graf with the save, and another save. Long shot, tipped away. Whitaker again. The Graf, save, rebound. Oh, Dushik with the strong hit there. It's just been a defensive masterclass for this Karvina team so far. Is Kapanen going in? Another save by Baranov. Starting to get his focus back, I believe. There's been a couple of solid saves for him in this third period. Here comes Silimata. Try to get to Nystrom, he does. And Nystrom will just send it in deep. Here goes Dominic Green. And Ventura with the interception. Long shot, save. Blazek taking down Green. Olsen up to Hannanen. Shot, save, rebound, scramble in front, off the post, stays out. Olivier Blazek now, and a penalty as Brennan Olsen tripped him up. Not a good one to take. As Carvina will get themselves a power play. They're already up 5. 1:19 left and cleared. Good start for Michigan. Not something I've really been able to say today, but it was true there. Here goes Lubomir Moravec into the zone and past to Winthrop. It's intercepted. Tall Thompson, now Glass with the puck, a one-on-one. Glass in and ran by Valancourt, and a couple of more collisions at center ice. Still shocked there's been no fights this game. This is a bit of a rivalry since season 1. And Valancourt nailing the post there. Had an open half of the net, but couldn't get it on. As Heikkinen takes him down, here goes Valancourt all the way back into his own zone as pass up to Moravec. Dumped in. 30 seconds to go in the game. Bust a nut with the puck. Hit there. Carey Hood. Long range shot. Save. Rebound. Nystrom. And a hat. Here they go. Okay, Nystrom. A hat trick for Ake Nystrom. And it is 7-1. Koppinen missed the net. Thompson up the glass. And a hard hit there by Winthrop. And with 10 seconds left, it's Lemoine with the puck. Long shot is turned away. Up to Austin. Dushik. Thompson to take away, and that will do it. 7-1. The Jokers win with their first points of the year, and Michigan, the hype dying down a little bit as they lose to their division rival. 34 hits for the Jokers, man. My goodness. As our second straight 7-1 game. At least the home teams are winning, so at least the fans are happy. I don't know. I don't really know how to twist this. It's been kind of sucky. Slate of games so far. Anyways, we'll go to game number 4 on the schedule. It's the Caribou and the Bombers. All right, so Quebec and Toronto now. As Quebec trying to win their first game of the year still, and they'll be up against Toronto, who I believe are also looking for their first win of the year. Oh, never mind, they won in overtime, I forgot about that. They're still looking for their first regulation win of the year. They still only have 2 points. And both teams playing their backup goalies, so something to look out for. All right, here we go. Caribou Bombers. Both teams have their backup goalies in, so I have no idea what to expect. It'll certainly be interesting. Yeah, you've got, who is it? Dmitry Melnikov? That's his name? Oh my goodness, Sharkot getting blasted to start the game. Toronto known for kicking the other team's teeth in when they have a chance. And, whoa, puck bouncing around, but ends up getting covered by Lauri-Pekka Lehtinen, the former Milwaukee Snapper. Face off, Markov, saved by Lehtinen. Here goes Buddy Tkachuk, Still looking for his first point of the year. Save made by Melnikov. And now Loxton with the puck. Loxton in, save, rebound, doesn't go. Turcotte with a chance, save made by Lehtonen. Another chance is saved, another chance is saved. Lori-Pekka Lehtonen off to a solid start. Here goes Pro-Goat, into the zone. Pro-Goat can't get around the defense. They swarm him and take it away. Here goes to Pius Loxton, and now missed the net. And here goes Carlson up to Pro-Goat. Pro-Goat, 2-on-1. Pro-Goat. Hercules Donuts, a great poke check. Here goes Donuts now. Skate, shot, blocked. Carlson, penalty coming up here. Jim Snow trips up Carlson right in front of the referee. That is not what you want to do. So Toronto have a power play here early. And Krabs trying to find Dorsey, doesn't really go. Gates takes it, and he's going to skate it up. Just one defender back. Jerry Krabs, and a shot, and Gates scores. Short-handed goal for the Caribou. This goal song still sucks, by the way. Like, oh my goodness, this is kind of horrible. Knuckles is right. We really do need to change this. You gotta tell me what you want it to be. Zamerson shot saved by Lehtonen. And now Dorsey. Dorsey flying in, and Bronco with a hard hit. They're still on the power play, by the way. In case you forgot, I kind of forgot. Here goes Dorsey. Penalty, it's about to expire. Markov clears. Samerson getting to the puck. Hit by Krabs. And now Jerry Krabs. Here he goes. Long shot, missed the net. And just one defender back. It's Schultz. Lundahl with the puck. Shot gloved by Lehtonen, and a whistle. Face off. Brutus knocks. Turcotte shot. Save. And now Kovalenko. To Tkachuk. Shot. Save. Rebound. Pro-Goat scores. And it's tied at 1. Pro-Goat finding the back of the net. Assisted by Tkachuk and Kovalenko. With 1:06 left, Toronto gets on the board, which has been a struggle for them all year, but that made it look pretty easy. Tkachuk with a perfect shot to get a rebound, and Pro-Goat was ready for it. There's Markov, blocked by Knox. Here goes Kovalenko. And intercepted by Turcotte, and immediately intercepted. Here goes Kovalenko, and defended by Gates. Up to Turcotte. Shot blocked again by Knox. He's got a couple already. He's going to need to replace those shin pads. They might be cracked by now. Here goes Pro-Goat back to Knox. Save, rebound to Tkachuk off the post. Had an open net and just completely missed it. Now Pro-Goat. Charging up ahead, dumps it in with 30 seconds. Jim Snow resetting. As a bit of a trap here for Toronto. Didn't really work. Stonick in, but a save. Now Carlson, defended by Turcotte, cleared out. 15 seconds to go in the period. Here's Dorsey. Dorsey has some room to operate here. And eventually swarm, but he gets the puck back. Hall from a long range. Save by Melnikov. Carlson up to Dorsey. Back to Schultz. Save. Carlson. Rebound. Scored. Brady Carlson, and Toronto takes the lead 2-1 with 1.4 seconds left in the period. This is the dream of every GM. The bottom 6 forwards just going to work, getting some greasy goals. That is a beautiful sight for Toronto right there. As they get 2 in this first period, and they couldn't even get 1 last game. So after 1, Toronto up 2-1. Quebec scored the first goal, but Toronto roared back with extreme prejudice, scoring 2 in the final minute and a half of the first period, and let's see if they can continue it. Second period. Face off. Kovalenko wins it, and Tkachuk with the puck. Hit by Whitney, and here comes Turcotte, and he will be slowed down, but Gates with a shot, saves. Turcotte. Path to Loxton, a great save by Lethinen. Another stop by Lethinen. He has been quite good so far. Kovalenko in, saved by Melnikov. Loxton defends the pass, and now he'll skate it up himself. Loxton in. Shot, Lethinen, save. Now it's Goat. Already has one tonight. Can he make it two? Knocks from long range, blocked. Loxton just crabs back. Loxton. Shot off the post. Pro Goat. Again. Into the zone. Shot. Melnikov got enough of it. Now it's Stevenson. Dumps it in. Schultz restarting. Gets to Carlson. Carlson with the puck. Already has one tonight. Shot off the post. Wow. Briere with the hit on Snow. Here goes Stanek. Save. Rebound. Cookies. In the crease. Almost. Ran into his own goalie. Here comes Dorsey. Shot. Melnikov got the blocker on it. Donuts. Dorsey hit. Briere shot. Save. Donuts hits Dorsey back. And Quebec able to get it out. So far this period has been mostly Toronto in the Quebec zone. Here comes Carlson in. Shot. Melnikov punches it away. Well, it's Martinez, the third line center. Here he goes. Martinez forced outside to Samerson. It goes back to right. Save, rebound, Lundahl. It is there. It's 2-2. One second, we gotta take care of something real quick. Alright, we heard back. I'm not sure what that was. Well, I know what it was. My audio interface fell off my PC somehow. I need to get better at the cable management. This is not the first time it's happened. Here goes Hoffman. Dumps it in. Phil Gates up to Whitney. Whitney with the puck. Shot. Lethinen sits the save. Oh, yeah, wait. Shot save made by Briere. Another chance, another save from Melnikov. And a penalty coming up here. Tkachuk called for tripping. And a power play coming up for Quebec here. Face off. Snow. Intercepted by Dorsey. One-on-one with Markov. Here he goes. Dorsey in. Save by Melnikov. And a penalty called here. Jim Snow with his second of the game. Another tripping call. With 12.9 seconds left, we'll get some 4-on-4 here. Face off. One, Donuts takes up to Samerson. Hit by Schultz. And we got a fight here. Kovalenko and Donuts going at it now. The battle. Two Canadian division rivals going at it here. At center ice as Donuts gets a few and takes down Kovalenko. A good tilt at the end of the period with 7.7 seconds left. Donuts and Kovalenko go in the box, 5 for fighting each. Face off. Puck might have been tipped, but went wide. Here goes, Phil Gates, a chance to save. And that's it for the period. After 2, it's a 2-2 game. Hey, Neckles, why'd you say my ears? Was that the goal horn or was that something else? Because some weird stuff happened at the PC, so just let me know. Oh, okay, yeah. Tracks. Makes sense. I completely understand. After 2, it's 2-2. 21-20 on shots. It's been remarkably even. We go to the third period, though. Who's going to win this one? Hard to know for sure. Here's Yves Briere. Skating in. Turcotte with the hit. Briere getting it back. Forced outside. Briere back to Schultz. Back to Briere. And a great move there, saved by Melnikov. And cleared out. That'll take us to the end of the 4-on-4 and the 5-on-4. We are back to 5-on-5. Here goes Hoffman. Shot, save, Kachuk. What a hit by Gates. And then, I believe that was Krabs going in, or no. That might have been, that was Hoffman, wow. Not a guy I expect to hit. And Briere takes down Snow. Here goes Kachuk in. Shot, save made. Here's Lundahl. Thumps it in. Here goes Korinen up to Hoffman. Kermit Hoffman. Gonna keep it going, and Korinen long shot is saved by Melnikov. Carlson, the only one in the zone because his teammates were changing, and now Markov the other way. Shot, Lethman just got enough. Good save there by... it uses your PK lines. If you have less than 5 players, it just always uses your PK lines. It's a little easier that way. It's usually the guys you want on the ice for that situation anyway, so... Strong hit by Niskanen there. Karpov, hit by Gates. That's not a name I've heard a lot today. Here's Progoat. He's in, saved by Melnikov. Here goes Phil Gates. Dumped in. So, Sean Hall will take over. Sean Hall with room. A save is made. Here goes Hall. Bad pass there as Markov taking it. Shot, save made. Pass up to Kachuk. Kachuk off the races here. He's got Dorsey with him. Shot is saved by Melnikov. Stanek. Shot, and he scores! Sebastian Stanek with 1:05 left. And Quebec take it. The lead is 3-2. Caught the hit. Here goes Loxton. Carlson did the takeaway. They need a goal in this last minute. They want to force overtime. Carlson saved by Melnikov. He's having a real solid game. 2 goals allowed on 28 shots for him. Can he keep it going though? Long shot, save. Lethman blocked. Turcotte now. Another shot, and he scores. It is 4-2, and that might be enough. With 42.4 seconds left. It's Charles Turcotte. Unassisted. Face off. Carlson hit by Whitney. Dumped in. Up to Dorsey it goes. Oof, Dorsey with a chance. Going in, Dorsey off the post, rebound, Kovalenko, and it's covered by Melnikov. A great save by the Russian rookie. Face off. Briere, the cookies, save, rebound, Hoffman in the open net. 4-3 is the score. And folks, it might not be over yet. Just a perfect face-off play by the Toronto Bombers. Briere wins the face-off to cookies. Hoffman goes right to where the rebound is going to be and finishes it. No way he was going to miss that. Judas Wright. Long shot. Save. 20 seconds to go. Bronco able to keep it in. Niskanen. Shot might have been blocked. And oh, that's going to get called a penalty. Hoffman's, that's a boarding call, apparently. I guess he did shove him from behind into the boards, but I was not expecting a call there. Not in this situation. That might be it for Toronto if they... Because they're just going to clear it. And then they're just going to let Quebec go in. This might be it. Whitney, save. Krabs will clear. That will be it. Toronto just fall short. Quebec with the 4-3 win. Finally, they get their first of the year. Player of the game, Phil Gates, with a goal and 4 hits on the night. Pretty good game for him. As Quebec finally get their first win of the year over their division rival Toronto. All right, one more tonight. The home team has won every game so far this day 3. Will that continue? We'll find out. It's Montreal and San Diego up next. All right, Montreal and San Diego are now up. And these are two expansion teams meeting up. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first game between 2 expansion teams, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Actually, no, never mind. That was Extreme Swordfish. Never mind. Never mind. It's not the case, but still. Let's see. Yeah, Monarchs starting off with a win in overtime loss, up to 4 points. Meanwhile, the Swordfish, they are 1-1. They did win last night out, so trying to keep that going here as here we go. Both teams getting the starting goalies in. And we are underway in Montreal at the Chateau de Glace. Here we go, first face-off, won by Toman. And a strong hit by Rocky Stone. Here goes Siltanen, shot on Pickenen, saved the 2 Finns. And Ekstrom shot, and yeah, I'm not sure what that was. Face-off coming up. Clark up to Toman, gets it to Flintlock. Flintlock has it. Shot, save, rebound, Pivovarsky, he scores! Rubor Pivovarsky from Mike Flintlock and Dalibor Toman. And the Swordfish are up early, just 19 seconds in, they spoil the Montreal party. Face off now, won by Toman. And now here he goes, into the zone, hit by McDavid and loses the puck. Tex Ham dumps it in. Charging in after it, he gets there first. Stone shot, Siltanen shot. Both saved by Pickenen. And we'll get a whistle. Face off, Siltanen wins to McDavid. Save, rebound. Ekstrom couldn't find the net. Had an opening, but just pushed it wide. Flintlock dumps it in. Stone takes the puck, he moves it to Ham. Up to Siltanen, dumps it in. Kopecky taking the puck over. And gets it to Frolov, who moves to Bowman. Bowman in all alone, save made. Larson with puck control now. Jet Larson, save made by Pickenen, who is 5 for 5 so far. And now Bowman on a breakaway. He got past Lindholm, save made by Townsend. Bowman, as him and Larson battle for it, ends up being Jen Strome with the puck. And Bush gonna take a penalty here. Or actually, as far as Bowman getting called, they probably could have both went off with how they were treating Jen Strome, but in the end, it's Bowman getting called, and Montreal onto the power play. Stone shot save, Siltanen behind the net, and Thomas with the strong hit there, and now he'll skate it in himself. He will dump it in. Stone takes it from his own red line. Now it's Ekstrom. Ekstrom shot save, Thomas clears. And another reset. As McDavid takes it from his own red line, moves it up to Ekstrom. Ekstrom, hard shot, save by Pickenen, will get a whistle. 1:22 left in the first. Face off, shot, save, or block. Actually, that was wide. Bowman out of the box, so Montreal 0 for 1 on the penalty kill as Baker goes in and a save. Baker off to a strong start. He got 3 points in his first 2 games as Larson taking it in. 2-on-1 shot. What a block by Lukanov. as a couple of hard hits there now, and now it's Savela skating ahead. And some strong contact there in the middle, and Stromberg ends up with it, and he will get taken out by Toman. Toman has it. Charging ahead, and a penalty! Jen Strom called for tripping, and a power play coming up for San Diego here. Their first of the night. And Ham with the clear after a couple of ill-fated passes. Thomas intercepted by Stone. A shot saved by Pickenen. Here goes Bowman. And Tex Ham now going to take a penalty. He tripped up Bowman again. And now it's 5-on-3 for the Swordfish here, as the discipline is kind of lacking for this Montreal team. As a shot is saved, McDavid gets the clear, and some time will run off. Just under 30 seconds to go in the period. Here's Flintlock. And Maximov, solid defense. And Pivovarsky able to skate it in. But he loses the puck, and now it's 5-on-4. Toman, shot. Townsend just got enough. Back to Flintlock. Shot. Screen, but a save. Now Thomas, and glove down by Townsend, and a whistle with 8 seconds to go in the period. 4 seconds to go on the penalty. Face off. Wait. The Pecky shot save. Cleared out. That should take us to the end of the first. And they will just send it down themselves, and that'll be it. 4-1. 1-0. Swordfish after 1. Dalibor Tillman with the assist on, I believe it was, who was it with the goal? I don't remember. A bit unprofessional of me, but I don't remember who scored the first goal of the game. We'll go to the second period. Give me something new to think about, perhaps. Here goes Heinz Thomas. Just skating up himself. Townsend with the save. Well, it was Pivovarsky with the goal. Yep. Here goes Tex Ham. Ham in a breakaway save. Rebound, scores! Tex Ham from Topi Siltanen, and it's 1-1. And he just takes the pass from Siltanen just off the races. No one able to catch him. One of the fastest players in the league. And he gets on the board. It's 1-1. Ekstrom. And a dump from San Diego. Here goes Pivovarsky in to Flintlock off the post. It was sitting there, and Townsend eventually gets the glove under it and gets the glove over it and covers. Face off. Flintlock up to Ham. Tex Ham going in. What a move! And a goal! Tex Ham makes it 2-1 with 2 goals in the second period. That was like the exact same goal as the first one. And what a move, wow. Fakes inside, cuts outside, and he fools Heinz Thomas, one of the better defenders in league history, into biting, and he snipes it past Pickenen, and a penalty! Toman called for tripping, and Montreal have a chance to make it 3 unanswered this period. Face off here. McDavid. Strom in the corner. Trying to find somebody, but it doesn't go. Kopecky with the puck. Clears it out. McDavid. Moves to Strom. Strom to Siltanen. Back to Lundqvist, but intercepted by Bowman, who gets the clear. McDavid up to Vacone with the puck. To Siltanen. Siltanen. And a penalty as Rocket Baker tried the poke check, but ends up taking down Baker. And another power play for Montreal here, right after their last one ended. Stone missed the net. Larson behind the net, defended well by Thomas and cleared. McDavid moves it up to Ekstrom. Long lead pass. Here he goes. Ekstrom trying to go wide. Intercept by Thomas. Thomas on a shorthanded breakaway. Thomas is in, and he scores. Heinz Thomas again. Toman for his second assist of the night. It is 2-2. A shorty for the Swordfish. Face off. Won by Bush. Thomas. Hit by Strome. Here goes Vacone with a shot and a save. Strome to the point. Lundqvist couldn't shoot it in time before getting swarmed, and it is cleared. That takes us to the end of the Baker penalty. Now Vacone. Long shot is saved. Vacone now. Again with the puck. Hit by Zakharov, and now he's off to the races. 3-on-1. 4-on-1. And Lindholm able to break it up. Strong defense from the young man. Here goes Lindholm. Pad save. Just over a minute left in the second period as Bush skating it up. Blocked by Vacone to the corner, and it's Lundqvist. Dumped it in. Savela. Shot missed the net. Larson behind. Moves it to Heiklo, gets it to Morris. Morris, shot, save, rebound. Larson on the rebound, he scores. There was so much traffic there, I don't think Pickenden would have ever saved that if he got the chance. I mean, look at all that traffic in front. There was no way he saw that. Did see it the last second, but too late. Jet Larson finds the back of the net. It is 3-2 Monarchs. Towns have a couple of saves. Here goes Tex Ham now. Ham. Ekstrom in the middle. Siltanen save. Siltanen off the post. Covered by Pickenen. Siltanen is still searching for that first career CCH goal. He has had like 5 assists, including 2 in this game. Larson back to Stone. Save. Ekstrom. Oh, missed the net. To Ham. And he scores. And now the Hats are on the ice for Tex Ham. Tex Ham up to a hot start this year. And now Ekstrom to Ham. He's in. Almost 4. But a save. And Ekstrom now. Ekstrom scores. 5-2 now. That is 5 unanswered in this second period. My goodness. Face off, won by Baker. In he goes, hit. Larson taking over. Jet Larson with the puck, intercepted by Bowman. And the pass goes off his skate right to a Montreal player, but it ends up all for naught, and that'll end the period. 5-2, the score after 2, and Tex Ham gets the hat trick, the first in Montreal Monarchs history. And they are in the driver's seat now. All right, face off here. Third period. Face off, 1. Stone up to Ham. Ham, blocked shot. Thomas. Long shot. Townsend kicking it away. Pretty easy save for him. Flintlock. Shot, save, rebound. Pivovarski almost, but it was trickled just wide. Now it's Ekstrom. Ekstrom pushed outside, but still has control. Shot, save by Pickenen. And Pivovarski breakaway already has 1 tonight. Can he make it 2? Save by Townsend. Ham just gonna get it deep here. To Pivovarski again on a breakaway. Just sneaking past enemy lines again and again, but another save by Townsend. He has been quite good tonight. Here goes Stromberg. Shot, Pickenen save. Zakharov. A little bit of a rush here. That one sent well over the net. Stromberg. Stolen by Bowman, and Larson removes him from the puck. Strome has it. And defended. Now Baker. And a good hit there. Lukanov up to Baker. And he is knocked off the puck. Some great defense from this Montreal team as Stromberg skating up. Stromberg through everyone. Saved by Pickenen. Almost a chance to make it 6, but a good save. Baker. Baker to Bowman. And hit by Heikla. Trudeau from long range, a save. Lukanov, hard hit by Trudeau. And Lundqvist now getting into the action. A couple of hits at center ice. And now it's Heikla. Moves to Morris. And set behind the net. After the save, here goes Scott. Solomon Scott, a minute left in the game. Solomon Scott, and he loses the puck, but then Savela picks it up. Bush with a chance, and Townsend had him read all the way and made all the saves. Morris dumps it in. Berglund taking over. And a strong hit there, Savela. Lundqvist. 35 seconds to go in the game as Lundqvist skates up to Ekstrom. Shot was blocked. And Siltanen hits Savela and takes over. Siltanen, 30 seconds to go. Shot, save, rebound. Siltanen behind the net to Ekstrom. Long shot, saved by Pickenen. Savela dumps it in. And Siltanen resets, passes to Ekstrom. Shot hit the post and covered by Pickenen. 6.4 seconds to go in the game. Larson. Pickenen with the save. And that will do it. The Montreal Monarchs will have a dominating 5-2 win over the San Diego Swordfish. And there will be lots of heaving away in Montreal, especially for Tex Ham. The hat trick, the first in Montreal Monarchs history. Anyways, that'll be it for tonight. Player of the game, Tex Ham with the hat trick. Anyways, that'll be all for tonight. We'll see you next time for more hockey. Have a good night.